Hello, my beautiful African people. Welcome back to Hell and Ride Africa YouTube channel. Today we are talking about some of our African brothers and sisters, or black people that were born away from Africa. Some of them when they travel or when they visit Africa, they are disappointed that people in Africa doesn't see them as a second coming. And I know that some have been shown this disappointment that because the way they thought some Africans were going to welcome them, they didn't welcome them the way they felt they should have welcomed them. But this is kind of a misunderstanding with some of our black people that were born abroad. Some of them is misunderstanding of African culture, and the African cultures sometimes is most times is not unique. It depends on the area or the location of Africa you visited. So some might welcome you, like see you as a second coming, but most of the time some will not see you as second coming, because why is they don't see you is that Africans have people born in Africa that are in abroad as well. So when you come, they see you as they don't see you as something special, because they see you as they see their brothers and sisters that were born in Africa, but they travel abroad and they come back. But people from other group, when they see them in Africa, they might get some different reaction from the Africans. But it doesn't mean that the African people doesn't love our brothers and sisters that were born abroad. And it doesn't mean that, when they visit Africa, if they don't see people so excited, it doesn't mean that the African people doesn't like them. Most Africans are welcoming, and they like our brothers and sisters that were born abroad. But, it depends on the area or the location where you visit, so that your reception will differ. So you have different experience from different African countries or African cultures. Having said that, let me move on to the next point I want to make about this our Africans, these our black people born abroad that are visiting Africa. Some of them, when they come to Africa, this might sound like negative stuff, but it's something that I notice. So that's why I want to make this point clear. So sometimes when some of them go to Africa, they think that Africans are, people in Africa, they are not aware of things going on, that Africa is the way the mainstream media are showing them, that people in Africa, even some of them are not educated, or some of them don't even have internet access. Recently, Kamala Harris is talking about giving Africa, I think in 2030, 80% of African access to internet. But it was just a propaganda, because he haven't been to Africa. Even if he'd been to Africa, he didn't know anything about Africa. To know that Africans have internet access. Even the internet access in Africa might be stronger, even more than the Western world, I think. And it's even cheaper there as well in Africa, more than what we pay abroad. So when the point I'm trying to, when some of them go to Africa, I see one person in particular, he's always talking about why is Africa embracing the religion of white men, and they believe that Christianity is a religion of white men, and he's telling Africa, why should you do that? Why should you embrace this religion of white men? But the problem with this talking point is that these our brothers doing that, he's using internet, Internet is not invented by the Western world. And this is using phone. Internet is using smartphone. And the smartphone is invented by the Western world. If we turn the question around and say to him, why are you guys using the invention of the Western world, Why are you using this invention? If people ask him, he's not going to answer. He's not going to ask question. Because he thought that people just embrace, Christianity, because they don't know anything otherwise. Forgetting that people already have the experience of our African traditional religion, and willingly they embrace the Christianity. It's not like there's compulsion. There was no compulsion among these converts from Christianity. But because he have something to grind with the Western people, is now saying that he just wants Africa to drop this religion, because the Western people brought religion, Christianity to Africa. But he's not telling Africa to drop all that stuff that the Western world brought to Africa. Even him is a hypocrite, because he's using the invention of the Western world. So, but the point I'm trying to make is that if you're coming to Africa, you're not bringing anything new. You're not bringing us. You're not bringing your knowledge. You're not bringing technology. The only thing you're bringing is telling Africa that no, don't embrace the religion of white men. I think some people are just. I don't know how to describe this guy I saw doing this. You know what I mean? I don't know how to describe him, because this is somebody that is simple-minded, you know what I mean? You think that you're telling Africa something new, that they shouldn't embrace this. But you're a hypocrite, because you're embracing the technology of the Western world. And it's not like, the Western world that brought Christianity in Africa. I'm not talking about the colonial masters, because people have to separate the colonial masters from the people that brought the religion to Africa. That's what people fail to understand, that these people are two different stuff. They are not the same. Christianity, the people that brought Christianity to Africa, they really helped Africa as well, because most of them built the hospitals to treat the sick. I'm not talking about the colonial masters and what the bad stuff they did in Africa. I'm talking about the Christianity. But this guy is telling people to leave a white man religion. And he's not bringing Africa any tangible. He's just making videos of Africa and putting it on YouTube. He has nothing tangible to give Africa, except to make video telling us that we shouldn't embrace the white man religion. It's so pathetic and sad. And some of our African people, they look at his video, because they're disappointed. They're disappointed with the politician, and they see how hypocrite the guy is. Is that he can't even talk about politics in Africa because he's afraid that the government may ban him or something like that. And the problem of Africa most of the time is the politicians that doesn't want to, do this stuff, do the right thing. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our video, and if you disagree or even if you agree, let me know in comment section. I'm your Pratan, as the Russians calls me, the mood. Peace.